It was certainly an emotional homecoming at SFO for a local doctor. Look at that, big hugs. He was reunited today with his family after returning from Gaza. And we have been following his journey from the very beginning to offer much needed medical help on the Gaza Strip as Israel's war with Hamas rages on. In fact, he shared with us some very heartbreaking images that are quite difficult to see. But we do feel it's important to show the devastation of the war. Amanda Harry was there today as he reflected on his weeks-long mission.
An overwhelming welcome home after an even more overwhelming experience.
I'm still trying to digest kind of all the images and everything I saw, and so I apologize if it's disjointed. I'm kind of physically and mentally exhausted.
Dr. Mohammad Subeh soaking in the first opportunity to hold his wife and sons after more than a month in Gaza, trying to save other people's loved ones in unimaginable conditions.
I realized I was like entering an apocalyptic horror movie. The images of kids with their brains blown out, it was just really, it wasn't what its magnitude's more than what I expected. And so I'm still trying to process what that means for all of us as a global community, allowing this to happen.
He says he'll never forget the sounds of drones and planes buzzing overhead, the screams, and the smell of charred flesh. He worked in a field hospital tending to injured civilians. They were set up to treat about 30 patients daily. This past week, they saw almost 1,000 patients each day. Mass casualties left the doctors color-coding people, determining if they had a chance at survival to receive care.
We really worked with very scarce resources to be able to save lives, save limbs. I saw more dead babies in the past month than I've seen in my 12-year career in medicine.
Subeh is a refugee himself who grew up in the West Bank and immigrated to Los Angeles. He says he was taught to use his individual gifts to benefit the world, so it was a no-brainer to go to Gaza, despite the risk to his own life.
Also, don't really go around life functioning out of fear because it paralyzes us to be able to do the things we need to do.
He says while he feels so fortunate and relieved to see his family and friends again, there's another feeling as well.
I do feel this deep sense of guilt that I left Gaza and I left the people there that I've grown to really have a deep connection with and a love for.
He says what he saw in Gaza will shape him for the rest of his life.
I learned from this experience the importance of humanizing everyone around you, because we've come to a state in our global society where it's easy to dehumanize the other person. And that gives you a green light in many ways to commit atrocities that you never imagined you would ever commit.
When Subeh was asked if he would go back, he said absolutely, without hesitation, willing to risk it all again to help others.